Hello everyone! The second trailer for Mortal Kombat is out, and they've also confirmed the release date as May 8th. Compared to the previous trailer, and even the previous film, this one looks much more exciting. It is confirmed that Johnny Cage is the main protagonist.
Me?
We already know from the previous trailers that he was a star, but not very successful right now. The opening scene shows Johnny Cage attending a comic convention. Usually, actors at these events sign posters and meet fans, but here, no one is even coming to Johnny's booth. People are walking around, but no one is paying attention to him. Next to his booth, you can see a poster of Evelyn Crawford, who is not a Mortal Kombat character, but actually a DC Comics character from Birds of Prey. That's an interesting reference. There's also a Swamp Thing reference, which again comes from DC. Since Warner Brothers owns both DC and NetherRealm Studios, these DC references appearing here make sense. But while Johnny's booth is empty, a huge crowd is gathered near a booth called Killer Comics. This might be a playful reference to Marvel Comics, since Marvel is often considered DC's rival. It could be a bit of meta humor. There actually is a real comic company called Killer Comics, but it's more likely just a joke. Johnny Cage is clearly frustrated. Posters of his old movies are displayed around him, but nobody cares anymore. Just when he's about to pack up and leave, Raiden arrives with Sonya Blade and seems to recruit him. Interestingly, Raiden and Sonya coming together could be a reference to the games where Johnny Cage and Sonya eventually get married. However, the interaction here doesn't feel friendly. There's some tension between them. Eventually, Johnny seems to agree and joins them. The real Mortal Kombat tournament is about to begin. The previous movie basically acted as a prelude, more of like introducing and positioning characters before the tournament, and now the actual tournament is starting and Raiden is assembling fighters. The trailer also shows Kitana, who is said to be just as important as Johnny Cage in this film. There are flashback scenes showing Edenia with King Jared and young Kitana. Then we see a major battle, Shao Kahn versus King Jared, with Sindel and young Kitana watching. In the story, Shao Kahn defeats Jared, conquers Edenia, and marries Sindel. Later, using Kitana's DNA, he creates Mileena. Even though Mileena appeared in the previous movie, it's unclear whether she'll appear again here. However, many characters who died previously will return as revenants. Shao Kahn uses them to psychologically break the fighters by forcing them to fight their resurrected allies as opponents. In this frame, we can notice that someone is resurrecting a dead man. If you look closely, it's Kung Lao who died in the previous movie. He is resurrected and will fight Liu Kang, which clearly disturbs Liu Kang emotionally. The one resurrecting him has to be Quan Chi because he is present when Kano resurrects. Quan Chi is a necromancer who can bring the dead back to life. He appears to be working under Shao Kahn, but in the lore, he usually serves someone else, which might be teased in a post-credit scene for future films. Johnny's first fight may be with Kitana, but it seems more like a practice fight than a tournament. She wears a nanotech mask, which is not looking good. It will be more authentic if it is a real material. This nanotech, like a sci-fi, spoils the mood of the film. Also, they show the number of tournaments. Who wins all 10 becomes the winner. Obviously, it's Liu Kang, but let's see how the movie goes. There is also a scene where Hanzo Hasashi is in his home with Johnny and Kano. Kano is a villain, and why is he with Johnny? Possibly he has some hidden plans playing good, or he actually turns good. Then they go to the NetherRealm and there comes Noob Saibot. In the story, when Bihan is resurrected, he becomes corrupted by darkness and transforms into Noob Saibot, gaining the ability to create shadow clones. So he fights Scorpion, Johnny Cage, and Kano simultaneously using these clones. All of them using their powers. Kano uses his laser and Scorpion uses his iconic move.
Get over here!
But Johnny seems terrified to fight there as if he has no power.
Shitting me? You don't have any powers?
Just incredibly handsome.
Whole trailer did not show his power, and I miss his iconic nut punch. Let's hope they actually have it in the movie. Jade also joins the fight in the Nether Realms and joins with Kano against Noob, or maybe Scorpion. It's not very clear in the trailer. Also, Johnny has already been knocked out in this scene. The trailer also shows Jade possibly fighting Jax, which could be part of the tournament fights. There's also a Jade versus Kitana scene. Since Jade is normally Kitana's close friend, it's unclear why they're fighting. Maybe it's part of a larger plan against Shao Kahn, and we have a sequence where Kitana fights him. Behind the Shao Kahn is Sindel, the Queen of the Outworld. So we have Sindel versus Sonya too, where Sindel shows her famous scream ability, and Sonya seems to be struggling to make a strike. This fight may be stopped by Liu Kang because we can see both Sonya and Liu Kang enters Outworld secretly trying to fight Shao Kahn before the tournament starts. There's also a moment where Shang Tsung absorbs Raiden's power, which looks terrifying. In the games, Raiden often seeks help from the Elder Gods, so the film might adapt that storyline as well. Also, we have another fight between Liu Kang and Shao Kahn. This must be the final battle of the movie. Liu Kang uses his firepower to defeat him, and he looks defeated. If they already show his defeat in the trailer, what will be the actual ending of this movie? You may be wondering where the protagonist of the previous movie is. Well, he appears in only one frame. He is a new character created specifically for this movie, but his role doesn't explain why he is in it, and he did not receive a good reception from the fans. So the creators must be reducing his screen time and giving importance to other important characters. At the end of the trailer, we have Johnny Cage versus Baraka. It has to be a humorous, friendly fight where Johnny awakens his power. Karl Urban is an amazing actor. Initially, I found a bit odd when he is cast as Johnny Cage, as he looks a bit aged, but seems like he will give justice to the character, and there has to be the nut punch in the movie. Let's hope the movie also does justice to the game. Leave your thoughts in the comments on the trailer. See you in the next video. Thank you.